assure you, Doctor, those x-rays are on their way up to you right now. Well, then why don't I transfer you to the x-ray technician and perhaps he can help you. Yes, Robert?
I'm here to see Celia.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Still on the sedation?
She's not here anymore.
What do you mean she's not here?
Just what I said. She's gone. I don't know where she went.
Bobby, this is absolutely ludicrous. Last night, that girl was in no condition to leave.
I'm aware of that, Robert.
Look, even a doctor with the IQ of a tomato wouldn't have released her.
They didn't.
You just said she checked out.
I said she wasn't here. We think her father sneaked her out.
What, when?
Probably sometime early this morning.
Look, most of this floor knew that I needed to talk to her. Couldn't somebody have stopped them?
This is a hospital, not a prison. There's a lot of activity going on. There's breakfast trays, there's shift changes.
Didn't somebody see something?
I saw Quentin here earlier throwing his weight around trying to get her released. The doctor on call refused.
I cannot believe the gross irresponsibility of Quentin Quartermaine. He knows lives are at stake here. He knows it was vital for me to talk to Celia the minute she came out of it. She may be the last link to my finding where Luke and Holly are kept.
Robert, what are you going to do?
Look for her. And I know just where to start.
Oh, come in.
Morning, Scorpio.
Where is she?
Who?
You know damn well who I'm talking about. Where are you hiding her?
What's all the commotion about?
Well, how should I know?
I want to know where you're hiding her.
We're not hiding anybody.
What is he talking about?
Quartermaine's, thick as thieves, as usual.
What is your problem?
My problem is Celia. Now, where is she?
Have you lost your mind? You know exactly where she is.
Yes, she's here. Now, look, I'm fed up with the sandbagging.
Excuse me, I have a feeling that this man is insulting us, and I, for one, don't really like it.
And I'm not leaving here without her.
Well, that could take quite a while, considering the way you work.
You realize I could throw you all in jail because of this?
Since when is being mystified a crime?
You know what the hell's going on around here. Now, again, where are you hiding her?
Nobody is hiding anybody. You know perfectly well that she's in the hospital.
Where's Quentin?
We're not telling you anything, and you tell us the meaning of this intrusion.
All right, since you won't cooperate, I'll do it myself.
Wait a minute, you can't go up there without a search warrant.
Biffy.
All right. You satisfied?
Only because I'm running out of places to look.
Look, would you mind telling us what this is all about?
You know very well that Quentin shanghaied Celia out of the hospital this morning.
What?
Without a doctor's permission. Good heavens.
Come on, spare me the theatrics.
We would if we knew where she was.
And you better believe that, Scorpio.
You know, you lot of something else. You fully realize that Celia is probably my last chance for finding Luke and Holly. There are lives at stake here.
Look, I assure you, Robert, we are all very concerned about these people.
Oh, get off it, will you? All you care about your own necks. You couldn't give zip about anybody else.
Let me tell you something. You have no right to sit there and pass judgment on this family.
And you have no right to aid and abet Quentin remove his daughter from that hospital.
We did nothing of the sort.
Quentin wouldn't have the brains to do this on his own. You're all in it together.
Look, Robert, if you remember correctly, I was the attending physician.
I remember that you gave me a hell of a time, Monica.
Yes, because I was very concerned for my patient's health.
Yes. Don't argue with him, Monica. You know, the fact that he's lumped us all together in that wild-brained scheme of Quentin's, that's the biggest insult of all.
Scorpio, you've outstayed your welcome. Why don't you leave?
I assure you, you'll hear from me later.
I'll show you the door. Scorpio, I don't know how we can convince you that we know absolutely nothing about Celia's whereabouts.
Edward, is that you, dear?
Yes, dear.
I picked some lovely flowers for Celia. We are still going to the hospital to visit her, aren't we?
No, I don't think so, dear. Now, does that convince you?
I'll be in touch. And soon. You know, I've about had it up to here with certain people in this bloody town. They think they can do whatever they like.
I figured it was okay to let myself in.
What?
Well, you weren't here, so I thought it was okay to let myself in.
Oh, it's not you. You're about the only person I can depend on to be where they say they're going to be when they say they're going to be there. But not so certain other people. Ha ha.
Why? What happened? But wasn't Celia able to give you any information this morning at the hospital?
Celia isn't in the hospital.
They released her?
No, her father took it upon himself to do that.
Where is she?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
Wait a minute. Robert, back up.
All right, all right. I went to the hospital to question Celia, only to be informed that Quentin had spirited her out of the place sometime this morning.
Oh, no.
I figured it was another Quartermaine stunt, so I went over there.
Oh, and?
They don't know she wasn't there. They don't know where she is. They haven't heard. They don't know anything about it.
Do you believe them?
Not at first. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, they must know something.
Well, I better think of something, and I better think of something fast.
No, I can't believe that Celia would actually go with her father. I mean, she's got to understand that she is the only person who could give us any information to locate Luke and Holly.
Look, you saw the state of that kid last night. She didn't know which end was up, but oh, Quentin did. He knows she has vital information that I need. But what did he do? He goes ahead and does it anyway.
Yeah, jeopardizing 2 lives.
That pompous, irresponsible clod. What does he who does he think he is?
All right, it's over with. Now, what do we do about it?
First of all, we summon the Quartermaines over here. We get them to call anybody and everybody who may know where Quentin has taken Celia.
Okay, and then?
We hope the microfilm checks out.
You look like you could use one of these.
What I could use right now is a refund on what so far has been a very bad B movie.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
You know, I've been in some hopeless situations in my life. But never anything quite like this. Everywhere I turn, it's just utter frustration.
Look, we'll think of something.
When? So far, it's 1 step forward and 5 back.
Once we locate Celia, everything will work out.
You know, I've never been with anyone as if it made me feel quite this complete before. Holly and I had everything.
You are the happiest I've ever seen you since you met her.
Maybe I'm not meant to be happy. Maybe the whole circumstances of this relationship dictate that it was never meant to be.
Please, that is ridiculous.
I've got to find a reason for all of this, Connie. I keep on asking, why me? Why her? Why do I have to stand around like some simpering idiot and just watch her life slowly fritter away?
Look, maybe that's news about Celia.
Scorpio.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. Are you enjoying the rain?
I'm not interested in the weather.
Oh, what a pity. I always find polite conversation an interesting diversion. I thought you liked diversions.
What are you talking about?
Diversions, Commissioner, diversions. Ruses, tricks, deceptions, such as the one you attempted with the microfilm. Pity it didn't work.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you were very clever indeed. It took an expert to detect that 1% error in the equation.
Unfortunately, that 1% invalidates the entire formula.
You say there's something wrong with the microfilm?
Don't play the innocent with me, Commissioner. The microfilm's a phony and
You know it.
What?
What is it?
He says the microfilm's a fake.
Oh, no.
Listen, how do you know that?
our man checked it.
Have him check it again. He must be wrong.
Ah, but he isn't. You've been very foolish.
Look, I know nothing about this. Valentine assured me the microfilm was the real thing.
Then it seems your wife will have to pay for the mistakes of your friends.
No, don't hurt her.
Such a pretty little thing, too.
Oh, she's going to be very disillusioned when she finds that it's her husband's blundering which is costing her
Gregory,
life.
no.
I have no choice. We had a bargain. You didn't stick to your end.
Stop it.
I'll get you the microfilm. Just don't hurt her.
And waste more time on a hoax? I think not.
This time it'll be genuine. I swear it.
Lie, Scorpio. I'm getting used to the
I'll
sound.
call Valentine a minute, please. Please. I need more time.
Robert, if I didn't know you'd better, I'd swear you were begging.
If that's what it takes, then I'll beg.
I find myself actually feeling sorry for you. All right. You'll have a second chance. You have till tomorrow at 4:30 to deliver. The same phone booth.
I'll have it.
Be sure that you do. Unlike the microfilm that you've already given us.
Your wife's death would be quite genuine.
Yeah, thanks. I'll tell him.
Who was that?
Headquarters. They wanted me to let you know that Quartermaines are on their way over.
Good.
I sure hope they can think of someone who will know where Quentin is hiding Celia.
You know, I can't figure out why Gregory has given me this extra time.
Rare twinge of conscience, perhaps?
Come on, the guy can't even spell conscience. That's what worries me.
You think he's up to something?
Don't you?
Well, I'm trying to be optimistic. Maybe he just wants the microfilm.
Bloody microfilm. Why did the WSB have to do this?
Yeah, they sure blew it this time.
They knew an expert would check out the equation. They knew that they'd kill Holly and Luke if it turns out to be a fake. Yet, they do it anyway.
I know. I know.
I spent years sticking my neck out for that lot. I even kept my trap shut about the possibility that disc could blow up. I plant drugs in the casino so that I can search for their stinking disc. And what happens? The first chance Valentine gets, he sticks it to me. Well, he's not going to get away with it.
There is nothing that you can do.
Oh, no? Well, as soon as the Quartermaines leave here, I want to see Valentine. I want him to lie to me once more. Then I want the pleasure of tearing his head off.
That's going to get you real far, isn't it?
It'll give me immense satisfaction. Almost as much as if I could kill him, the same way that he's killed my wife.
Robert, now stop it. You were talking like a lunatic.
Well, if I am, it's because of that motley lot. They've pushed me to the brink of insanity. I'm not putting up with any more lies, Connie.
And you're going to do Holly a lot of good if you're behind bars, aren't you?
You know who I'm really angry with? Myself. How could I have been so naive, so stupid as to think that the WSB would actually come through on this?
Look, you know it's one of their dirty tricks. We should have thought of it.
Aren't you even a little bit shocked?
No. But I am appalled.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you haven't entirely checked out of the human race.
Someone I care about may be killed too, you know.
All right, look, that'll be the Quartermaines.
Do you want me to leave?
No, I want you to call up Valentine and get him over here. Give him whatever lie you have to.
All right. But when he arrives, I'm out of here. I still work for the guy, remember?
Sure you do. And you have to stand by any decision that they make, right?
Most of the time they do work, remember?
All right, let's see what the Quartermaines have to say. Aside from their obvious irritation at my having sent an officer to get them.
Here they are, sir. You can go.
Thank you.
How dare you have one of your hooligans drag us out of our homes like this?
Well, since you wouldn't come on your own, I had to force you.
You know, you've really gone too far this time, Scorpio.
I need to find out where Celia is.
And we told you this morning, sir, we don't know where she is.
But you may know of someone who knows where Quentin took her. I see you do. Who?
Cousin Herbert.
Who's that?
Quentin's father. Celia's grandfather. He dotes on her.
Call him.
Absolutely not.
Why?
I refuse to put myself in a position to be beholden and have to do a favor for that old buzzard.
Do I have to remind you one more time that Luke and Holly's lives may revolve around what Celia can tell me?
Look, Edward, I really don't think we have any choice here.
I hope you realize the enormous sacrifice I'm making, Scorpio.
Call him.
Alan, you dial it. I can't seem to recall the number.
It's ringing. I'll remember this.
All right.
Hello, Herbert. Hello, how are you? It's Alan. Quartermaine. Yes, that one. No, I don't want anything. Well, actually, that's not true. I would like a small favor from you. I really need to get in touch with Quentin. Do you have any idea where he is? I need to talk to him. Ah, I see. Well... Oh, that's a very good idea. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful as usual, Cousin Herbert. Thinks we ought to have a family get-together very soon.
I agree. At his funeral.
What did he say?
He doesn't know where Quentin is, and he's not at his New York apartment either.
Hasn't been in touch?
He hasn't got the faintest idea where he is.
This has to be brief. We've got a plane to catch back to Washington.
That's very big of you to give me a few minutes.
Now, always time for you, Robert.
Yeah, you and I, we got plenty of time, haven't we? But not so Luke and Holly.
Why isn't Connie here?
Because this is between you and me, Valentine.
Look, if...
No, you look and you listen. I know your microfilm's a dud. Now, what are you going to do about it?
It's entirely out of my hands.
Out of your bloody hands. You just signed my wife's death warrant.
There was nothing I could do about it.
Yeah? You didn't have to send it at all.
We had to send something.
Oh, hell. You knew they were going to check it out.
We had to take the chance that they wouldn't discover the microfilm wasn't correct. 99% of it was correct.
And you figured all wrong. So, what did you intend to accomplish by all of this?
We hoped to buy ourselves a little time.
Then why didn't you tell me?
Because we thought it was best you didn't know.
Why?
Because you might have done something crazy.
Something crazy? Like perhaps try to rescue my wife? Yeah. Listen, it's not me that needs to be committed. It's you clowns in Washington.
This is a matter of national security.
Ah, get off it. National security, my eye. What have we got? The WSB, all these little puny policymakers sitting behind their desks, chuffing their own self-importance, creating issues, making decisions about what is right and what is wrong. What the hell do they know about what's right and what's wrong? Now, I want that microfilm.
I'm sorry. The decisions have been made and there's nothing I can do about it.
You're the head of the most powerful intelligence agency on this earth.
One
word from you can save... One word from you can save 2 lives.
There are more powerful people than I am, Robert.
And who gives them the right to say who lives and who dies?
There is still time that we could help you find your wife.
Get out of here.
You can't do this on your own.
Really? Well, I'll do a better job on my own when I don't have you in my hair at every damn turn. Now get out of here.
Robert, I did everything I could.
Oh, you did everything you could. You didn't do anything at all to help me, mate. If there's one chance in 1,000 that I can save my wife, I'll do it. Now get out of my house!